guys, Tom Morrison here, and I want to share with you something that I love to do in the mornings. This has been part of my morning routine for a lot of years now, and something that I still play around with to this day. Look at Jenny, she's on a tiny bed. So, your bed is very, very tiny. What you can do is, as soon as you get up, so if Jenny just spins around for me, second you get out of bed, before you even stand up, we're not even going to stand up right now. What we're going to work on is, we're going to work on tricep strength, shoulder mobility, and get nice and deep into our hips as well. Now, just a word, just sort of a side note, if you're struggling with your posture at the moment, if your upper back's really, really rounded and you can't get into good shoulder positions, that's something you'd want to address first before starting to do something like this. So definitely check out the simplistic mobility method if you have not. But if your chest is good and open and you're good to go, then this is something that's phenomenal to do. So, first thing you want to do is just scoot yourself down into an assisted squat. So Jenny is using her arms to help to keep herself sitting upright in her squat. She can work on her ankles a little bit here and just sink herself into her hips a little bit. Then from there, she can just do 5 dips nice and slowly. The major point of the shoulders here, guys, is that you make sure that you don't go as deep as you can go. So if Jenny was to go right down to the bottom, we don't want to go there because that's just going to start to annoy the shoulders. You go to where you can keep a good, strong, solid position so that you're using the muscles and not just grinding at the joints. So 5 dips like this, nice and relaxed. After you've done those 5 dips, Jenny's then going to take one leg out to the side. So she's going with her left leg out the side. Then she's actually going to dip herself down to the right side a little bit. So she's going to go down to her right side a little bit. Okay, so you can get a bit more pushing in different directions as well. It's a really good thing to do. Really good for your shoulders, really good for your elbows as well, and just really good for overall strength. So she's working here on an assisted Cossack squat. So she's getting a stretch in the adductor on the straight leg, and she's really starting to work. She can push herself forward a little bit too to try and get more into that ankle on that side as well. So it's almost like you're having a wiggle as you're doing these exercises, but you're racking up a ton of dips here, which is quite nice. Awesome. And then from there, she can start to rock herself forward and really push herself, open up the quads as much as she can. So you're still doing a sort of dip, but you're pushing in a slightly different direction. So we're just doing 5 of each for now. And then just to finish yourself off with this dip variation, she's going to push herself up, press down as hard as she can, and turn her head left and right. Hi, Jenny. And then go down, push yourself up, press down as hard as she can. And if you've been doing these, you'll really start to feel a nice pump in the triceps. So you're relaxing the neck and you're switching on all the good stuff in the back at the same time. So it's just a really nice thing to do. You're not looking to get a sweat on here. It's just a really nice habit to have. And then whenever you've done your 5 dips like that with your head left and right, you then go into a nice little push-up position, still on your bed. So from there, Jenny's actually going to think about, imagine she was squeezing in the whole time, really trying to fire the pecs. And she pauses right at that bottom position, doesn't rest herself on the bed, and then pushes herself up nice and slowly. A little slower than that, Jenny. Is Jenny's triceps getting tired? And then nice and slow, and then slow, 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 slow. So you're trying to squeeze in the whole time. You're not just bringing yourself down, pushing back up. You're thinking about squeezing in the whole time. And your triceps should be feeling pretty pumped by this point. So work on this circuit. So I would just do 1 set. That's all I would do in the mornings. Like I said, I'm not looking to get a sweat on. I'm not looking to, it's not an exercise, and it's just a nice little habit to have. And I've just sort of built this up over time now. I would actually do about 20 to 30 reps of the dips. And because you're sort of changing the angles and the positions, you're almost recovering as you're doing the set as it goes along. So you can start to rack up a bunch of reps going there just by being consistent and doing it every day. So add it to your morning routine. It's a great thing to have because it's very easy accessible. You don't need any equipment, and it's just something you can do without even thinking. I do this with my eyes still closed. I don't even bother thinking about it at all, and just give yourself some nice, deep, relaxed breathing as you do it, and then you'll be walking out of the bedroom with a nice pump first thing in the morning. Who doesn't want that?